So, brethren, seeing these things, what manner of life should we be living? Seeing who He is, and seeing His eternal purpose, and seeing the heart of God to have a perfected bride, full grown, beautiful, who is pure like the sun, who is growing like the dawn. Seeing the heart of God, what manner of life should we live? Seeing that His bondservants will be in that city and serve Him forever and ever. Seeing that His bondservants will see His face. Can we afford not to give ourselves wholly to God to do the whole will of God? After seeing those things, how can we refuse Him who is speaking? And we have come to that time in the church's life, in its restoration, when God is calling a whole church, let's say a whole city, or let's say a whole building, or a whole field, whatever the metaphor, He's calling the whole group to a total, absolute consecration. Totally giving ourselves wholly to Him to do His will, whatever it means, whatever it costs us, and wherever it takes us. Since we have come to that time in church history, and all these other things have been fulfilled, exactly according to the pattern of the tabernacle, how should we respond? See, it's not an emotional thing. It comes by revelation. It comes by a revelation of knowing who He is. It comes by the revelation of knowing what God purposed before the foundation of the world. It comes by just understanding. It's just logical. It doesn't take revelation. It just takes logic. Certainly it is logical that God would want a perfected bride for His Son. That's just logic. It's just logic to know that God is not looking for a bride for His Son who is half grown. He's not coming for a baby bride. He's coming for a full-grown bride. Like God took a bone out of Adam, built a woman, perfected her till she was full-grown, like Him, and brought her to Him. That's what God is doing. He's building a full-grown bride. He's going to bring this bride to Jesus, and we see her in Revelation 19. There's going to be multitudes at the wedding. There's only going to be one bride. That one who has come to perfection. So my appeal, not just to you people, but to the church, is respond to the message of God. Let God draw you into His eternal purpose. And then let the Holy Spirit chip away at those rough spots in your life. Let Him begin to correct your character. Let Him change your disposition. If you have outbursts of anger, that's not coming from Jesus. That's coming from this other fountain, which is in there. Let God dry up that fountain out of which all these unclean things are coming. Let God sanctify your life. When you feel the discipline of God come, yield to it immediately, like a son. Because those who don't yield to discipline are illegitimate children. So my appeal to the church is this. Give yourself to God. Do it today. Make yourself a consecration offering unto Him. We're not asking anybody to give themselves to a church, denomination, or to a ministry. We're asking people to give themselves wholly to God, to do His will, whatever that means. Amen.